Mm. Yeah, on Studley Road. Yeah, I'm just there on Studley Road at the back end of Stockwell Station. Yeah, Stockwell, South London. That's Studley. This is Studley Road, leading into Studley Estate. Part of my old stomping ground. Long time since man's come down here, boy. When was the last time? I think the last time I actually came down this end was when I went to check one of my brethrens that live not far from here. That must have been a couple of months ago still. But yeah, man's been in and out of this area since oh, since man like moved, well, for years. For basically from childhood days, since that man was in his nappies, boy. Yeah, I think one of the last times I come down to check one brethren that lives not far from here. Uh, just as I left out from my brethren's yard, I went on to get a jump on the tube. Should be paying more attention to the road and not your phone, sweetheart. That's 3 points on your driving license. Why is it people are so fucking zombified on their phones? Paying more attention to a phone than driving on a fucking road. Dizzy bitch. Some fucking people, that's how accidents happen. People pay more fucking attention to their fucking mobile phones than instead of paying attention to driving what they're doing. Bomb bottles. Fucking idiots. Fucking dizzy cunt. Anyway, that just goes to show how stupid people are. People are just dumbass motherfucks. But yeah, yeah, like I was saying before, like one brethren from down by these ends, there's one that was stabbed just along here. Just stay there, so one was stabbed, unfortunately, and it was kind of basically lost their life. I don't know what it is with these youths and running around with zombie knives and shit. Oh well, I blame the government for that, because government are taking away all the youth clubs and youth training schemes and all them things there, which don't leave much for the youths to do. It's literally just where you got. I feel sorry for the next generations because one of them got nothing. We're leaving the youths, like, due to the voting for the government that we vote for. It's down to us people. Tributes left to the boy. Of a young life. Hey. I blame the government. That's all down to the government and their fucked up ways in closing down fucking youth clubs and closing down shit for the youths to progress. And then people saying, oh, what can we do about it? What can we do? It's down to us people that are voting for the fucking governments that fucking closing down everything with their bullshit lies. Fucking, excuse my language, but that pisses me off. Because the government, they're always lying. I lie, them I tell. Fucking, because when you think how they're going to give more money to the education department, more money to the health department, build new affordable homes for the, and housing for the people, them. And it's that when they get into power, they do the complete fucking opposite of what they say that they're gonna do. They close down schools, they close down youth clubs, they close down health departments. It's that. And then people say, oh, you should vote, get your voice heard. But the government, they don't give a fuck. They don't listen to us people. It's down to us people to make the change. That's what we need. Is us people to stand up together as one to make that change. About making a change. It's true what Tupac says in his track, Changes. I don't see no changes. It's war on the streets, which is caused by government, which also we, the people, are voting for these governmental bastards. And it's that. And then all this shit happens, all these youngsters losing their lives, pointlessly, regardlessly. And it's one of them things where, like, when you think about it, people are like crying out saying, oh, it's tragic, 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 tragic. We should do more about it. Yeah, we should do more about it. By saying, fuck the government. Take power into the people's hands and make the change. It doesn't matter where you're from, what colour you are, what religion you are, what beliefs you have. It's down to us people to make that change. Because it's us as the people, when you think about it, it's us as the people that are voting for these governments and electing these governments and all these politicians and prime ministers and presidents and all them that are just lying to us. They're just two-faced, bare-faced lying to us, lying to the people. I don't want to sound like all political and them thing there. But this is the reason why, as a 50-year-old man, I'm 50 years old, I've been a legal age for voting for just over 30 years. Not once do I vote, because from my childhood I see what bullshit and what lies that these government go on with. It's like over there, there's that one youth club that's been there for years, just over the way there. That's been open for years, that's been running for years, but they're struggling due to lack of funds. Why? Because the government don't want to pay for them thing there. Government want to fucking spend the money. Instead of spending the money on them things there, government are spending it on firearms and missiles and ammunitions and shit. And they're sending out all that money with the ammunitions and firearms and shit to other countries like Israel and all them places there. And instead of sorting out the shit, like all the youth crime, the poverty, homelessness and all that shit, instead of sorting that shit out over here, they're spending money on fucking warfare shit. Fuck the government. I don't want to sound blunt or antisocial or anything. I'm being a realist. In my definition, I'm being a realist. And that's what it's all about, being a realist, standing up for the people then. And basically taking control. Don't give government control. Because the government, they only think about themselves. Because when you think about it, the government are just self-centered motherfuckers. Yeah, they should have more of these places for the youths then. Nature gardens. Yeah, for the little youths them. It's nice to see them things that are there for the youths and get closer to nature and the environment that we live in. Even this school here, this has been there for years. I remember passing this school years when I used to go to school. I never went to this school here. The one that I used to go to is up in the Oval, Ashmole Primary School. Fucking, I don't know. It's one of them things where, like, say, it's just one of them things where a man's just had to come back in his old area, boy, and see what I go on. Yeah, anyway, we're down on Larkhall Rise now. Jeffreys Road. See they got the same old shops there on Jeffreys Road, especially the off license. It's nice to see that some things don't change due to government. This road here that walking along now is Larkhall Rise. If you remember, like, if you've seen the other previous YouTube videos where I've been on my little walkabouts in around these parts of South London, you see that we've covered part. Basically, this is the last Larkhall Rise that man's covering. Yeah, they've got something going on in this park here, so one. I think it's one of them charity run things that they're doing for charity. But we know say not all that money is going to charity. We know say that's a lot of the money here so goes into the government's back pocket yet again. And then youths and charities and all them things there get very little of the money that is given to charity. And then the government, they come out with their bullshit about how the money is used for overheads in dealing with the charities. Which that's a load of bullshit. It's the government fucking pocketing the money without doing shit for it. Which that's what causes me to say, don't listen to the government, bro. Don't listen to government, sister or brothers. It's like the government are lying. The government love lie. But this is what we need, more stuff for the youths. Like all these little football clubs, that's what we need, boy. Yeah, no, we need more of this stuff for the youths. Yes, brother, long time, bro. Long time. All good, bro. Yeah, all good, bro. You're keeping well, though. Likewise, brother. Yeah, keep up the good work, bro. Keep up the good work. Blessings. Yeah, they've got some charity function going on. By the looks of it, I think it's for the Alzheimer's.
Keep going, guys. Let's see you across the line. Now, I'm hoping this might be Ben, Anna, Fiona, Fergal. Yes, we got there. Well done, guys. Get yourselves across the line. Get that medal over your neck. Any shout-outs to people who've been supporting or donating? Sorry to hear that, but I know you've done her proud today. What was her name? Here's to Anna. You've done her proud and you've been a big difference to the council. Thank you, guys. Doing it for the fabulous Anna, our latest finishers. And in the meantime, we welcome Danielle across the line. Give us a wave, Danielle. Well done to you. Always amazing just how articulate everyone is after all that effort. Really very impressive to be so articulate after trekking all that while. So it is great to hear from you all at the line. And you can hear clapping in the distance, which means we've got more trekkers. It keeps on coming here at the finish line as we continue to say to all your donators over the last few weeks, I did it. I didn't let you down. I was never going to let you down. And that's exactly what you've done. We never had any doubt that the money you have raised today was going to be earned by your trekking efforts with a wave to their adoring fans, the people of London meet you. Joanne and Carol, everybody. Give it up for Joanne and Carol, please. Make some noise for these two heroes of the capital.
Yeah, we all know that we all know most of that money. We know most of that money is going into the government's back pocket. Yeah, we know a majority of that money that's supposed to be going to that charity is going to the government's back pocket instead of the charity it's intended for.
Probably. Is it? They all look the same.
And this, everybody, is Siobhan in Jatendra. Well done, guys. So nice to see you again. Still smiling as well. I have to say, so one of you is looking more tired.
Remember, there was one little church thing here. Looks like the church is still there, bro. Down onto Union Grove now. Just taking that slight little detour. This church place here, I remember I used to go to Sunday school as a child, even though I'm a Muslim now. For the last, 30 years plus, I've been Muslim. But when I was a little child, I used to come to this church to Sunday school. And I remember coming to this church with my mama. God rest her soul. Yeah, I remember it. Remember I used to come to this school, I remember going to Sunday school at this church here, so Christ Church Parish. Even though that's a new sign, but it's still the same old school church I used to go to. That Sunday school used to be just around the corner there. Back in the days when I was a kid, boy. Yeah, those days when I used to go to Sunday school. They were the days. They were the days. So yeah, Union Grove. Yeah, I remember this. This was a nursery. Still is a nursery, I think. At this place here, because I remember that one brethren was doing a bit of maintenance work here. Last time I saw him back, I think 2010, 2011, one brethren was doing a bit of maintenance work here. And then next thing I hear, him passed away, God rest his soul. And this building here, this used to be a police station. Union Grove Police Station, Clapham. You can still see the old police sign above the door, like in cement. Used to be a police station. I remember a couple of times getting arrested and taken and putting in the cells there. The cells that were downstairs in the basement. When I was younger, as a teenager. I remember one time, this is going back to, that's a new building. That used to be one of the council office, Lambeth council offices, 53 Union Grove. Yeah, but yeah, right next to the police station there, so when it was a police station. But yeah, like I was saying, I remember one memory that I have of that police station. Is that when me and one of my older brothers, we got into a little punch up with each other. And one of my brethren, for Hana, God rest his soul, he had to step in between me and my brother from fighting. And basically some individual who basically, I'm not naming no names, it wasn't my brethren, any of my brethren, but a certain person I know, I'd called the police boy on me and my brother for fighting, which was basically me and my brother was fighting in basically my mum's block of flats on the stairwell inside the block of flats, which is just over here. And yeah, so basically police got called and both me and my brother got arrested and nicked for what was it, a fray. Yeah, it was a fray. And yeah, a fray, yeah, that's what we got charged for. But that's going back the best part of what, about 30 years ago. And funny enough, they separated me and my brother and put us in separate cells, obviously. And the cell that I was put in, one of my brethren from even way back in the days, from back in the mid to late 70s, was in the cell. Fucking hell. So basically there was a couple of us, like mates, me and my brother and a couple of mates in the same fucking police station, all at the same blood clot type, which was a bit kind of funny. Smoking ganja in the cells, just getting on raw, boy, causing the police a few headaches and them things that they should take a quick walk around my mummy's block. I remember my mum always used to take her dog for walks around on this grass here, so Rushton House, Union Grove, South West 8, South London. The amount of people that I used to know in this estate that have come and gone and over the years. Just gotta take a look or walk around. I remember when my brethren used to live in this corner flat on the ground floor up until 1997 when we both ended up in jail. Me and him used to get out to some kind of madness, boy. Yeah, that way leads back out to Larkle Rise. Hello, Auntie. Hello, Auntie. Remember, I used to live around the corner. I remember I used to live around the corner. I was a young fat one. My mum was that little disabled lady. That you, because Deborah, I don't know if you remember her, the little disabled lady that used to live around the corner. That was my mummy. Yeah, but it's good to see you, Auntie. It's good to see you again. Enjoying the sun. You enjoying the sun? Yeah, yeah. It's good to see that you're still here. Because it's all new faces now since I left. Over what nearly like best part of 15 years now since my mummy passed away in 2011. When my mummy went, and since then I don't really come round. And I thought, let me just come round and just see and just see what's happening in my old area. But it's good to see you again, Auntie. Have a good afternoon. God bless. This used to be the play area for the kids. That tree's been there for years. They've taken up the concrete bit on top of on top of it and like start planting up. Use it as a little community garden area, which is a good thing. Yeah, so I remember back in the days before all this brickwork was laid down, all these cars that'd be parked right up to the bumpers that are more or less right on your doorstep. But that was the best part of 40 years ago now, since they've done all this brickwork. And I remember that happening as a kid. Then times I was only about 10, maybe 11 years old. And there's a yard just up there. that yard just up there, that's where my best brethren Fahan used to live. God rest his soul. Hello, kitty cat. Hello, my little furry friend. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah, I remember that back in the days when I used to do mechanical work a lot. And just up in that corner flat, another mate, another one of my friends used to live up there. Well, I had friends living all over this estate. But yeah, oh mate, I remember back in the days, all of this area, there used to be like, some big ass oil patches all over the floor. From where me and my mates used to fix the cars, and my mum's boyfriend when we used to fix cars. And there would be all car parts all over the place, car oil all over the floor. It was pretty funny, really. Them days we used to get away with the stuff that we used to get away with back in the days, where yeah, I think it's time for me to work my way down to the train station. Got all the train and start working my way back to the where I'm living now. This sign now, that's been there for years, literally years. Because I've seen that same sign there since when I was a child. Excusez, pardon-moi. I remember, yeah, and another look of memory. I remember just up along here. This is going back to, I think when was it? 2000 and what was that? 2001. Around about this time in 2001. So it's over 20 years ago. Where this little Vauxhall car's parked up, where that little Vauxhall Corsa's parked up. Yeah, my brethren, one of my brethren was parked there. My brethren Fahan, and basically that was the back of his flat there. That was the back windows of his yard there. And basically, and I had another friend that was living up there in the corner up in that block of flats there. Now we'd gone to check that brethren up there, and my mate, he was parked up here. And at the time I was with one Doris. Well, her name ain't Doris anyway, but like with one partner who was pregnant with my son. And basically she was getting all that morning sickness and pregnancy thing. I remember coming down from my brethren's yard up the way here, and basically gone to get in my brethren's car, and basically my partner, because she was where she was pregnant and thing, and basically she was getting all that morning sickness thing, and she puked out right at the back end of the, not in the car, but in the curb right behind the car. And my brethren, he was like, raw, you You sure that you like? It's a good thing you puked up outside the car instead of inside the car because it costs man better money on valeting and getting it cleaned. But yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna go into this block, into the stairwell to quickly roll up a quick little thing, and so yeah, thank you for your time in watching. For those that be watching and seeing, and thank you for your time, and we'll catch up soon. Blessings.